and welcome to day 1 of the 13 Days of Halloween series. I'm so excited to be a part of this with our host, Rosa Kelly of Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking, and our crafty friend, Robyn M. Pitts, who is Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. You need to make sure you're a subscriber to all of our channels and leave a comment daily to be entered into our giveaways. If you would happen to be an international winner, you will receive an online cash payment in lieu of a physical prize. So this is open to everyone, wherever you live. You just need to be a subscriber and leave a comment daily. And what I have created for the first day is Winnie the Witch. She is a Dreaming Tree SVG fowl, and I'm so happy with how she came out. I used a Echo Park Bewitched paper collection. I think I got it last year, but I love the paper and I had enough left to do her outfit. And as you can see, we'll start at the top of the hat. And I used the really pretty orange plaid paper. And for the top of the hat, I chose not to use the little stars and things that they had coming out of it. So I just put a styrofoam ball vase filler from Dollar Tree at the top, and then just use this little trim just to finish the edge off. And it came with the gold buckle, or the buckle was part of the SVG fowl, and I chose to use this foil paper for it, and I love how it came out. And the top of the hat, or the rim of the hat, excuse me, I did use some glitter paper and a solid cardstock purple, and then this polka dot. I thought all three of those just coordinated really well together, and I like the contrast of those. And on the bottom, I did put an orange cardstock just because the other side of the decorative paper of the polka dot, I did not like it showing, so I put the orange to cover it up. And as you can see, she does open up to hold a lot of goodies. So my grandson is going to love her, full of all kinds of candies. So we'll put her hat back on. And I just used cardstock for her head, hair, and the base for the cape, and the base of like her neck, I guess. And I used the black glittered cardstock on her collar of her cape. And I used the floral pattern again here for like her shirt, I guess, or her collar. And in the tutorial, she did have blue eyes, and I did change those to brown eyes. So you will notice that when I'm doing, if you watch the tutorial. And her hair, I just used my bone folder to flip it out, but I love her little flip hairdo and her little nose. And she also has a little warts on her nose, and she has her one tooth there. Whoops, let me see, her one tooth that you can see. But I love how she came out. I think she is just adorable. And we'll do a little spin. You can see her little hairdo. This cut fowl did have several pieces, but it is designed so well, and it went together. You know, it wasn't as difficult as what I thought it was going to be. Just mainly using your bone folder to curve the pieces that form the head. That was the most difficult part. So make sure to come back tomorrow and check out Rosa, Robyn, and myself to see what we've created for day 2. Thanks for watching, and have a spooktacular day. Kind of take it step by step, so I figured we'll start with the hat and go from there. So I have these three pieces layered together, and then the part that makes the witch's hat, and then the like ribbon or band on the hat. So I did cut out this part of the hat twice because I didn't like what was on this side of the double-sided paper, so I just put orange to kind of go with the top part. So the first thing I'm going to do is line these up, and let's see here, like so. And then I'm going to glue the black glitter piece onto the purple piece. We will put glue on this and adhere to the brim of the hat. And now we will make the cone for the hat, and I've already, as you can see, folded over at all the score lines. And I just want to make sure I get this lined up at the bottom. And like so. That looks good. Just gonna do like that. And I'll go ahead and put glue on all of these. Set our hat, make sure it coordinates with the shape, like so. And I'm going to adhere one and then go to the other side, adhere that one, and then just go around. It seems like if you do one here and then one there, it helps line it up. Now we have our band. Okay, so that's the back of the hat. So I want that there, and then I want this other seam to be the back of the hat as well. So I'm just making sure this lines up. And line this up like so. And then I want to put the part that overlaps down first and then come around and do like that. So that looks really good. So I found I had some of the black vase filler from Dollar Tree, and that's what I'm going to glue to the very top of my hat instead of a bead. I don't have one big enough. The top of the hat. And then I'll probably take a ribbon or something and wrap around that. So that's the hat. Love how it turned out. Okay, so now I have out my head pieces. And the main thing is you want to have 1 and 2 because it has the nose pieces where you can slide the nose on. So those are the main ones you want to have in order, and I really did not understand their numbering system. So these are all the same. It's just these two that you want to have next to each other that have the slits. So let's go ahead and put those two together first, and we'll work our way around. So I'm just going to do the first two. And I have already folded all of these on the score lines, as you can see. And we just want to line this up. We want to come up against that edge and make sure that we're lined up at the top as well as along the right up to the score line. And we're just going to follow that down, and you may have to bend your pieces a little bit so you can get them where it will start curving. So now I'm just going to bend that back and do this little slit here and work my way down just a few tabs at a time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put make 4 sets by combining 2, and then glue these together and then the halves together. I have these 4 sections, so I'm going to glue these 2 together. So now we will join these 2 together. We'll join these 2 halves together. So now we're going to take these pieces and they go over all of our score marks. So we want to make sure, and they're all the same except for these two, and they have the nose cutouts. So we want to make sure we line these up to go over those. Just kind of lining it up to make sure it's okay there. Okay. So up at the top, and it's just gonna, we're gonna line it up in between the score marks and along the top, and make sure that your nostril pieces are where they need to be. I'm just looking to make sure. And whoops, she's wanting to roll away. So we'll do this piece next. So I'm going to put this part first. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put one more on this side of the nostril. That way, if for some reason I wanted to line up really nicely, and she does have hair, so if there was a gap, it would be in the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this front side piece. That's her face. Goes like so. So we have all that. I think it looks really good. I like how she looks. And now we will work on the nose. So I have already scored all of these pieces, folded them over rather where they've been scored, and we're going to put glue on this little tab here and just line this up along the score mark as our guide. And then we're going to put glue here on this piece, fold it back, okay, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. We'll fold these back, and these are what goes through these slits. Get them on each side. Okay, that looks really good. So now I'm going to reach in and put glue, and make sure you put the glue on the part of the tab that you're going to be folding back. So I'm going to reach in and fold those back. So now we want to take, so now we have that part. Now we need to take this part of the nose, and we want to put glue on this lower half, like so, all the way to the end. Okay, and we want to match that fold with this fold and line that up, make sure it's centered. I'll let that pop up. Whoops. So we're going to line these folds up like so, and it's going to go in the folds. Making sure we're lining up the tip of the nose as well. Whoops. Came loose. Okay. So there's that part. Okay, and now we can glue this top portion and just fold it back, and to take these two pieces and just glue them down up against the sides here to fit in like so. So that's the next step. Okay, these are the pieces for her face, her eyes, and her mouth, and her, she has a tooth here. Glue. Just gonna kind of dab it and put her tooth right here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and then it does have a score mark, and then her mouth, there are score marks right here. So this is how her mouth goes, is right like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue. And there's her mouth. That tooth is cracking me up. Okay, so now we will do her eyes, and she has eyebrows. And so I have the whites of her eyes, and we're going to glue the outline in her eyelashes. And then there are score marks on the face, so we can do her eyes and eyebrows. Okay. Okay, I did get some of my Prismacolored pencils, and I just went over the eyes by just drawing lines just to kind of tone that blue down. I like that a lot better. I hope you do too. So now I'm just going to put the eyes like so. And I'm not going to push the other eye, the bottom of the eye down. I want to line them up and make sure that they do look okay. That one's not, even though there are the notches, just to make sure they look okay. And then I have them in the proper placement. So now I'll go ahead, I think that looks good. And I'll just hold that down. We will put on her eyebrows. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'll go ahead and put glue on the entire eyebrow, but I'm just going to barely push it down. I'm going to match with lining it up where it shows, but just in case, I don't want to have it down so firmly that I couldn't adjust them. Okay, so just lining it up with these little score marks that it has for them, and it matches up really well. Okay, so now I have the collar of her cape. So they have the tabs, and they are labeled on the back. There's a 1, a 2, and a 3. And number 4 does not have a tab, so you want it on the right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3 have tabs. And I'm just going to glue all of the black inset pieces down. So now we're going to take these pieces and we're going to glue, put glue on this tab and attach it to this. And we're just going to line that up as we have the other pieces up against the score mark, making sure the top is lined up as well. Now that we're doing something flat, I can use the bone folder to get it lined up really well. And I'm just putting glue on the other tab here on the bottom. I'm going to fold it, make sure it's lined up. That looks good. Okay, and we'll just keep working our way to the next 2 pieces. The base. So now we can glue our other inset pieces. Okay, so now we have the portion for the base, and what we're going to do here is just fold this over and glue these tabs together on both of these, and then we'll join them. And I forgot to mention that you need to make sure see how there's a tab on this side and not one on this side? You need to make sure that you fold this in so you can connect this to this and that piece to this piece. You can attach this to this. Just lining it up, and then you're going to pull this down like so, and then this, and we are going to attach the witch's head. So I want to have, I think I like that part, it looks a little bit neater. Just going to line it up like that. So you can see we're just going to do it like so. So I'm going to put glue on all of these. I've mentioned before I like to do one side, make sure I get it lined up with the seams and square, and then go straight across, and that kind of just helps keep it in alignment, I feel. And then we'll do one here. So we're doing like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we'll do 3 o'clock, and then come over to 9, get it lined up. We'll put this on the bottom. So we'll put glue all along the bottom. And now we'll take this little decorative piece and we're going to put it in the front right there. Okay, so for the hair, I'm just going to lay out all of the pieces and use my craft mat. I do know we want the skinny piece and this piece towards the front. You want the two longest pieces and then the next to the longest pieces, and none of them are the same, so just use your craft mat. So then you're going to put the shorter pieces over top of this, and then we are going to line these up and pick out the next two longest pieces. And oops, these two look the longest. Okay, so I have pulled the two longer pieces. I'll put them here, and then we're going to pick some shorter pieces that are shorter than these. So I'm going to go with this one here and this one here, and they'll go here. And then let's pick out of the four that's left, we'll go with the two longer pieces, and we'll put a short one there and a short one. Let's see, we'll go that way and that way. Okay, so that is the hair. We have it grouped, put around her head. Okay, so next, before we put the hair on, I almost forgot about putting our collar on. So, and we're just gonna line it up. Always do a fit to see how it's going to match up. And it's going to look like this right here, and she's looking so cute. So I'm going to put glue all the way around the bottom. And let it grab. So that's what that part looks like. So cute. My bone folder, and we want to curl her hair a little bit, like so. So she's going to have a flip. So we want to put the glue the hair up to this score mark. Okay. So we're going to curl her hair. Just lay it on the top. And now we will put this piece like so right here. Okay, so that's her hair. Oh, I'm loving it. And we'll do this side. And when you're putting the hair on, you want the hair by the face, that's make it curving in towards the face. So I'm just going to curl this curling all the hair as I put it on. And just put this over top. And then come in with this little skinny piece. To curl it. And put it like so. Okay. And we'll just work our way around her head and her hair. And I do have her wart for her nose, and it has a little score mark where it goes on the nose, and it goes right there. So just doing my little dry fit and put a little bit of glue on it. And just line it up with where the score marks and the little fold in the nose is. And there's her wart. And we can put the buckle on the hat, so it does fold, so it's going to fit like this. And now we can put her hat on, and I think she is adorable. So thanks for hanging in here with me. It's a pretty long tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.